right? And so be conscious of that. Make sure your customer is sitting where?
In front of you and the rider.
That's important. Do not separate them. If I can tell that Michael's seat is over there, but there's room for both of them to sit right here, everything in this box is now in Michael's chair.
I saw that one from you.
He's not going to sit in his
So
chair.
I'm going to get them to sit together
Right.
and make a joke with it. I said, how long have you been married? Think sit together for like an hour, make them go quicker. Okay, and like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so Michael, he was asking about the car wash, talking about the car story, right? This is where we do that,
Share the
right?
love.
Share the love
Share
program.
the love.
And so we want to introduce the program and we want to get our drawing card filled out right here.
Right.
Everybody say, hey, Larry, fix your shirt, bud, man. You're hanging out there. Okay, so
That tells the story, Larry.
you're welcome. Okay, so here's the love. So I asked him right here, what do you lead with? Yeah.
I sent out a message.
I don't know what Jose's doing on here. This meeting's in English.
Stupid.
Maybe you got to translate. Maybe you got to wait for it out in English.
Oh, just kidding, Jose.
Just finished with the customer. Had to join you guys.
Oh, good. What'd you sell them?
Everything I could. You want to buy something?
The extended warranty, the service plan.
I sold them a rainbow too.
That's next. So if I just ask him, I'll say, well, have you ever heard of the rainbow before? Let's start there.
Me too.
Start simple,
Mhm.
you know, and if you ask them if you've ever heard of it, you're gonna get 1 or 2 answers. Okay, well, if it's no, act surprised. If it's
Really?
yes, I mean, we've been around for 86 years. Where you been hiding? Okay, don't send a rock. Okay, and so if it's yes, I'll say, Michael, what have you heard?
Mhm.
Well, I've heard they're really good,
They are.
but they expensive.
Well, that's all relative.
They're expensive.
That's all relative. So, you know, if you were to pay outright for it, I guess you could call it expensive. I don't know. You know, just so you know, the rainbow is on sale while we're here. Retails for $37.83.90. But while we're here, Marvin, the company puts it on sale. They give you a $600 discount, and it's $31.83.90. But you know, believe it or not, we've sold close to 100,000 rainbows in the Charlotte area. That was before we had this new program that we're going to explain to you today, and that's what we're paying for it, Michael. So if 100,000 people were actually paying out of pocket for a rainbow, you know, that should tell you that it's a good product, in my opinion. But Michael, how are you? If you don't mind me asking, how are you getting your rainbow?
Free.
You're gonna, so it's not gonna cost you $31.83.
No.
How are you getting it for free? Explain that to Marvin.
Well, it's the Join Our Team program. So it's 12 shows with my friends and family like you in the next 6 months. And as long as 2 people get a rainbow or just do the program like I'm doing, then they give me my money back.
So you're gonna get your rainbow. What's my favorite 4-letter word?
Free.
Right. Okay. And so
Free.
Free.
Ain't nothing free.
free. So all you gotta do is sit on the couch 12 times with me.
Right.
And what demo number is this?
This is demo number 5.
And how many have already kept rainbows?
3. So 3 out of 4 so far.
So
gonna be
one
4
thing you gotta do is finish your 12
Yeah.
shows.
And it's going to be 4 out of 5 today.
Let's go. Oh, so you're pretty confident Marvin's gonna get one.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna love it.
So in explain the program, but have your rider explain the program. How?
And 1262. And make sure they had.
Right, and they're going to.
But tell them like upfront, just mention the 12, 6, and 2 program. And then like that goes all out the window. They start going in depth about the attachments. and
So
everything
at the
else.
trunk, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have you explain the program, right? I'm gonna have you explain the program to Scott. Do me a favor, explain the program to me right now. And so he's gonna say it. And
And you can explain it simple like it, right? It's just 1262. So what is
if he
it?
goes into detail, you gotta
It's
do 6.
12
I
shows
said, well,
on a
that's,
count.
that's all
So
factual, but that's simple. It's easy. It's irrelevant.
Promise me you'll do it that way. It's just
12,
1262.
6, and
2.
and then you go a little bit
Okay.
farther with it and you do.
I say, you promise, right? You say, yeah, I say, good pinky swear. Right, so I get a couple of those at the trunk talk. Y'all think it's corny. I know everybody always laughs.
But it works.
But because if they start to go into too much detail, what do?
I couldn't.
I get their attention. It's just like this. If he starts, and
He ain't gonna say nothing to me, he just goes.
it's nonverbal, right? And I just gotta grab his eyes. I go like this.
So it's 12, it's 6,
And it's
6 months,
So
only 2 people got it.
So I do that.
Everybody do the
I
program.
get at least 2 pinky promises at the trunk. One is you're gonna simply 12, 6, and 2 explain the program. The other one is no negative talk. Can you prompt, right? Pinky swear? All right. And if they start saying something I like, it's
They asked me how did she like her rainbow? She was like, I don't notice the difference.
So, but that's something you gotta ask at the trunk. Are you using your rainbow? How are you using it? What's your favorite part? Have you noticed a difference in the air? Because there's things that you can, such, and the things
You
you
take
can't.
pictures of your dirty water.
You know, if they're like, no, I haven't really noticed a huge difference, I'm not gonna bring that up.
right.
But if I'm in a house and like the little boy had allergies and I'm asking that and he's like, yeah, my son is no longer on allergy medication, I'm gonna bring that up. But I gotta ask the right questions. So we gotta train our riders
To be good riders.
to be, because they don't know what a good rider is.
No.
You know?
Especially the ones
And-
just started out.
And what we've learned through talking with a lot of people is what's a good, people say, well, I love this rider. This was a good rider. How they become a good rider is they went with a good dealer
Somebody took the
for the
time.
first couple of demos. And that good dealer didn't just throw them to the wolves. They trained them. Somebody asked me yesterday, can't you have a class
I
with
wish.
the riders on how to be good riders? I wish I
Well,
could. I wish I could get all 2,000 customers in
But
here.
if you think about it, their first couple of training classes or their first couple of demos should be a training class on how to be a good rider. I say if the first couple of people that go with this rider will do what they're supposed to do, they'll be a good rider by demo number 3 or 4.
Because they've got experience with
But
it.
you gotta take the time and you gotta do that.
And they'll see that what you're saying works.
Right.
Because if what you say and what you teach them to say, happens during the demo, and then Marvin keeps a rainbow too, they're like, okay, what this dealer just told me works. So they're going to continue to do it. You gotta be confident they're going to get a rainbow too. But like he said, so explain the program real simple. And if a rider ever does anything funky, we've been talking about this. Please fix it. Don't fix it right there, but fix it before you leave for the next dealer in a positive fashion. But so then after we explain the program, then this is when you would do what you're talking about. In my opinion, to share the love. And a good way to think about this, Michael, is, I noticed you got that new Chevy truck out there. Let's just say you went down to Abernathy, right? I noticed a sticker on the back. Okay, you're doing some free advertising for them. You're welcome,
Right,
Jose.
yeah.
Okay, see, I took stickers off mine because they don't pay me to advertise.
Right.
Okay.
I had a
but,
boss like that, which made sense.
It's the first truck I've ever had where I kept the sticker.
only because of Jose.
Oh,
But anyway,
because I was like,
but let's just say you went down to Abernathy, right? And you picked out the truck, you knew which one you wanted, and you was in the finance manager's office, he's getting ready to do the program, paperwork. And another guy came in and said, hold on, before you sign that paperwork buying your truck, I want to explain our Share the Love program. And basically it's get 12 of your friends or family to come down to the dealership over the next 6 months and test drive a truck. Now here's the only kicker is on these test drives, Michael, I need you to ride with us. And man, I just need you to tell them everything you love about your truck. I mean, what are some features you love about your truck?
the camera, the sound system, the
Heated seat.
Wait.
Time ago, yeah.
Got a button that rolls down all 4 windows.
I got a button that rolls
Okay,
down all
he
4
loves that
windows.
button. Okay, anyway, so, and basically I need test drive. Tell them everything you absolutely fell in love with. And as long as 2 of your friends and family get a truck, man, we're gonna pay yours off. If Chevy would have offered you that deal right there, would
Hell
you have
yeah.
signed up?
Quicker than I did.
See, that's exactly what Marvin's doing today. This is demo number 4,
Oh.
and we've only got 8 more to go. and he's already got his 2 people to keep rainbows. And basically, we're gonna write him a check for his rainbow. And his rainbow is gonna be free. So we call that the Share the Love program.
Okay.
So just explain that, and you know, whether it's a truck, what else could you use?
How?
House?
That'd be amazing if you could buy a house that way,
Well,
wouldn't it?
what about if they just got a new lawnmower? What if you're in the living room and there's like an 85-inch TV sitting right there?
Why, look at me.
Because you have an 85-inch TV.
Why
I picked it up for you.
Why you keep calling me out?
He gonna describe your house after a while.
Yeah, see, I want,
1519 Kelly's Landing.
I want a 93. I want to be able to sit in the living room and have to move my neck. So that you don't have TV.
a 93.
Okay.
Tony got a
Only
hundred.
cut the lights on.
No, man.
Tomorrow.
What?
Let's forget it. What are you doing?
Uh,
What are you doing tomorrow?
No, sir. I'm cheaper than you. Okay.
I tell you what, go down to the Best Buy in Pound.
The outlet.
Yeah, the outlet.
For the, yeah.
So anyway, explain the program right here.
Mhm.
Explain the Share Love program, and then who was it? That was it Jaleesa?
Mhm. She was on. Yesterday, yep, she's on.
But she's working.
She might not be there.
She's
She's
working.
probably working.
But so you know, we learned something from Jaleesa.
Yes.
You know, we've always taught you, Scott, do your 12 names up front. Get the writer to help you with 12 names, right? You know, maybe we've even taught you give the writer the drawing part in the freaking driveway, right? This is your responsibility. You're gonna help us. They'll help, but to an extent, they really don't care.
Especially if they got
They're
that too.
riders. They're not gonna get a commission check.
They don't want to tell them to put the dog name on.
So, but you gotta address
No, I
that.
said, No.
But so what can you do?
Laughing, I said, but they do.
So what Jamila does, I mean, Jaleesa, Jamila's right there.
Right.
So is, she says, we do a drawing for $1,000 every quarter. We did the last one, 2 Mondays ago, right? And I don't remember who won, but anyway, if they pick your card, you win. And the good news is, Marvin, if you win, Michael wins too. So you each get 500, right? So I'll go ahead and put your information here. And I write their name and Mark, which phone number? Okay, Michael, which phone number? That way you look it up. Okay, great. And what we want to do is we found an exercise that, so as you mentioned earlier, I mentioned earlier, Michael's got to do 12 ride-alongs, right? Y'all, she made it. Y'all, come on.
Hey,
She
and
just-
she sold a
She just
rainbow.
sold a rainbow. That's why she's like.
And they're doing the program.
Anyway, so what I like to do is doing a little exercise. So you gotta do 12 shows with us. So what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and list 12 people, because just in case, you know, you fall in love with the rainbow like Michael did. Michael already said you probably would, but just in case you fall in love with rainbow like Michael did, you can keep it knowing that you're gonna get it for free, because you got the 12 names on here. Who's the first one that you want to put down, just in case you're gonna fall in love with it?
We'll go with Michael.
Michael, we pick somebody else. He's already.
Mike.
Mi-
You can have a Michael and a
I'm
Mike.
just kidding. Okay, but so you.
I
can't-
got.
So that's going to happen. That's legitimate. That's going to happen. Say, well, do me a favor, pick somebody else.
What about
Leslie.
Judy. So I called that dealer.
Uh-huh.
It's 3 different Judys.
It is?
Yes. I looked up that dealer, called him. Because she asked the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we pulled a card out the other day and the 12 names said Judy, Judy, Judy.
Okay. So, yeah, so it's 3 different Judys. Okay, but no big deal. So, but suggest things to them.
Yep.
You know, but this is just in case. What?
You become
You fall in love with
Just
it.
in case
Just
you
in
come.
case you fall in love with it like Michael did, you could keep a rainbow knowing you're going to get it for free.
Right.
So I usually use that time while they're filling that card out to set up the rainbow.
Right. And that's what we've always taught.
But
We're adapting.
Right.
Lisa said
Okay.
do it that way.
And-
it worked.
And you know, you called last night.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say what you said, because I was listening.
Well, the lady was sitting there and she was trying to figure it out, and when we did the names and got the names, it's like she she was more relaxed on the program because she already had her 12. And she really wanted it, but she had a stroke and someone else.
She had to get a
Take care
little
of
bit.
But she really wanted it, and it's like, it was a difference after she got her 12. It's like she just sat back and
Bunch of
was
weight.
enjoying it. instead of
Because she
thinking about it.
knew she could get it for
She
free.
knew
So
she
what
could get it.
what was the first thing you said when I answered the phone?
What's that?
That thing y'all taught me tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear my comment?
He said, that thing you're teaching with the 12 names, man, that works.
Believe it or not.
Right.
Works.
So just so you know, so I say all the time, you guys teach us just like we teach you. So that's a dealer. That's Jaleesa that was in a house that figured this out, because she said one day it just clicked, because obviously all of y'all came from the program, right? Me and Ryan and Jay, we're before the program, so we've still got some old school thinking sometimes, right? But you guys are out there. You came from the program, right?
It's different.
And she said that she just realized one day that if they, which we teach it this way, if they understand that they know 12
They
people,
believe.
if they believe that they know 12 people, they'll do the program. She said, it just clicked with me one day, is what she said yesterday. It just clicked with me one day that they just need to believe that they know 12 people. She said, so I put the extra effort in, and she said, and since that has happened, she said, I've sold almost every one. I pulled her numbers yesterday. For October, she sold 13 out of 20.
Wow.
It's pretty good. But so I want to say something else, and it's something I quit talking about a long time ago. I was watching a video a year and a half ago when we started this program. It was one of Todd's girls down in Florida.
Are they on the list? Mm-hmm.
She would do an air wash, just say, and explain how it leaves it running 24/7. It removes the dirt and allergens from the air. It shows them the dirty water. Can you believe that's in there, right? She's, let me ask you this. Do you know of anybody that has bad allergies that would benefit from something like that? What might they say?
Yeah,
Who?
my sister.
Your
Judy.
sister, Judy? Okay. Well, is your sister Judy one of the Judys on that card?
No, she's a different Judy.
Let me add her. And let's just say that, let's just say if you called your sister Judy and you said, hey sis, I'm trying to get a free air purifier. Would you let me come over and show it to you? Do you think she'd let you?
Yeah.
High five, that's your first one, man. Only 11 more.
And then have them, like I was saying, have them take a picture. So they have.
So she would ask if you called Michael and said, Michael, I'm trying to get a free air purifier. Would you help me and let me show it to you real quick? Take about an hour. Do you think Michael would let you come over?
Yeah.
High five, that's demo number 2.
Right.
And so she would do that 12 times throughout the demo. Do you think they'd let you come over? They would. High five, that's demo
So
number
by
4.
about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yes, they let me come over.
Okay, then they start. But so she was also reinforcing,
I believe that 12 people.
me. And it was something that small, but I was like, I knew immediately why she was doing it.
Mhm.
And it was good. But something like that, you got to make a conscious effort to think about doing during the demo.
It's like your tap ins. You got to consciously banter with your rider.
But do you see how that could help?
Right.
I mean, who says you can't fill out another drawing card?
Or just put another column
says-
of 12 people.
Who says you can't just add 12 more names?
Mhm.
See, back in the day, when like I'd get a list of 10 names from them. Names, numbers, jobs, they were referrals. We didn't have riders, all that good stuff. Okay. And then I tell you to call and get me 3 people to watch a demo. So you may have, I don't know how many contacts you have in your phone, 1,200.
This is ridiculous.
You're going to call those 10 people and that's it.
Mhm.
So what I learned a long time ago is I would offer them a second vacation to give me 10 more names. And then I'd slide them 20 names and say, go ahead and get me 3. Because I learned I had to figure this out. But so if you write down 24 on card, do you think they're confident they're going to get 12?
Yes, I'm 24 years.
I mean, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And I mean, I used to give them a second vacation. Mike, would you be okay if they bribed him?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would be.
Yeah.
Would you give them the second one up front too, or would you wait till all
I
down?
don't know.
That would be
I'd
fun.
really have to think about this.
The judgment.
when would be the best time? And you're already registered them for $500 twice, so I mean, technically, you don't have to give them a second vacation.
Just give them a second card.
Give them a second
Okay,
card.
I'm just saying.
You know, before we didn't do that.
Yeah,
So I would ride them with a
I
vacation.
hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
I'll
put
wait
you in
till
the
they-
drawing
I'll-
twice if you got 12 more days.
Right, so we never did.
So I was just like, oh, I don't know anything about that. Let me
Now,
forgive you.
up until right now, with vacation for anything other than like, we didn't show up for an appointment.
Right.
We may
Dealer had a
give them,
flat tire, we had to cancel.
give them a second
We'll bribe the
vacation for
customer, I'll
the,
give you a second.
for the
you'll have one.
inconvenience.
They joined the program, did I?
But no, I mean, I don't know, but so if you're gonna register them twice for $500. But Nancy, if you wrote down 24, chances of you doing a program, pretty freaking good,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So we learned to do all that right here, explain the price. Now, here's something that I think you gotta make sure. The rainbow's how much?
3783.90.
I'm really tempted to change this page so that it displays 3783.90.
We should take that other one and put it in the front and then put that one in the back.
Oh, I could put one on each
Each
side
side. Yeah.
and say,
Okay.
you know, today it's on sale, you know.
And
So that way-
would be good.
But if, and I'm gonna explain it over here.
Right.
I'm gonna explain it over here. But I like to make it clear, so I just want you to know that the retail price of the Rainbow, Michael, is $37.83.90, okay? And I know my book, and I make a big deal about it. My book, Marvin, says $31.83.90, but the reason that I say it's $37.83.90 because that's the retail price.
Right.
But Michael, while we're in your home, the company actually discounts the Rainbow to $31.83.90. But Michael, when did you get your Rainbow? When it was 37 or when it was 31?
On sale, 31.
Okay, so you buy stuff when it's on sale.
Absolutely. That's why
So-
the outlet. is cheaper.
Okay, so Marvin, today the Rainbow is $31.83.90. You know, and so we do discount while we're here. So explain that it's on sale. When do you buy things? When they're on sale, when they're full price?
That's fair.
If you can, right? By all means. Have you ever not bought something, Lamont, and then like went back because you realized you made a mistake and it wasn't on sale anymore?
Boy, we're gone.
You know what I mean? They don't give it to you. Okay, so tonight it's on sale. But see, the cool part is $31.83.90. Michael, when you finish your program, you're gonna get a check for how much?
31.83.90.
So your Rainbow is gonna cost you how much money?
Zero.
Your Rainbow is gonna be free. So if you don't mind, explain the program. So now we're gonna go into that again, but make sure it's clear right there. Anyway, so just briefly, Michael, before Lamont sits here. Briefly, Michael, would you explain what we talked about just real quick in a nutshell yesterday?
That stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Just quick.
So we have found a couple of things. Get that 100 and you were gonna finish just shy of 400 after the kickouts, right? So it's gonna be like 395. But those were the approved sales. We had 214 not approved sales. And that doesn't include the kickouts, right? So we're finding that we maybe have a quality problem. You guys know that, right? Because you've been there, you've had the Rainbow, you sold it, you couldn't leave, right? So we're kind of taking some steps to try to get us out of this spiral that we're in, right? Because I mean, we sold 654, I think, total Rainbows last month, but then 214 returned. So anyways, so what do you do when you got to do a confirmation call. Now, I don't know if you've heard me say this week. Monday, we lost a demo over a confirmation call. Right. So here's what happened. This was the rider's third demo. And I had a dealer that was doing what they were supposed to do and trying to call the rider to line up with her, right? She wouldn't answer the phone, and the dealer texted her and said, I cannot come to your appointment if I don't speak to you. Please call me back, right? Weirded the rider out. She said, why do you have to talk to me? This is my third show. No one else has done this. Everyone else has been okay with a text, right? So then the dealer goes on to ask the questions. Are they both going to be home? How do you know? I think so. She said, do me a favor, call and make sure that the husband's going to be there. Well, the rider got upset because we were asking her to confirm we lost, and she ended up just canceling the appointment.
Never call you right back.
Right.
here.
So, so what I'm telling you that hopefully to piss you off, right? Like legitimately, I hope that upsets you, right? Because it could have just as easily been you or you, right? And so if the ones that aren't doing what they're supposed to do are hurting the ones of you that are, right? So your confirmation call has to be exactly that. It has to be a
Confirmation
call, right?
Call.
It's not a confirmation text. Now, I understand that sometimes you get your appointments late, right? Monday and Tuesday and Friday are probably the worst days, right? Because they come super late. If you're not comfortable calling the rider at 10 o'clock, right? But the thing you got to remember is Brittany and Caroline just spoke to the rider to let them know who's coming, who's going to be called. They're looking for your call, right? So at best, if you don't feel comfortable calling them at 10 o'clock or later, shoot them a text that says, hey, this is Jamila. I'll be with you tomorrow on your 1 o'clock. I'll call you first thing in the morning. And then guess what I need you to do?
Oh,
Follow up on that and call them first thing in the morning, right? So it's got to be a confirmation call and it's got to be done. Now, when you
Ask a lot of the Trump questions on
Yes.
that
Yes,
confirmation
and
call.
so prior to this week, I would have told you, keep the confirmation call short and sweet. Are they both going to be home? How do you know them? And then of course you're bringing up how many demos, how many shows. But so I'm finding what we're finding now is what a lot of other offices do is they do the opposite of that. They get most of their information from the confirmation call, which I feel like most of y'all are probably doing it that way anyways. But the main thing that you got to find out from your confirmation call is, are they both going to be home? Even if you got one name on your appointment, assume there's a second person, because how many demos have you been to where you got there and you found out there was somebody else?
Right.
How many demos did you get to, you found out there was someone else and that person wasn't home? Right? So,
So we need
ask.
to try to prevent that at the confirmation.
Correct. So I don't want you to drive to a house where it wasn't confirmed or that it's not confirmed that both of them are going to be there. Okay. So I don't want you guys to waste your time, but you can't tell a rider that I don't want to waste my time, right?
no.
Because they don't care about your time. Okay.
They
So you got to put it on, you got to turn it around so it sounds like you're looking out for them, right? So what do you do when you do your confirmation call and you say, are they both going to be there? Have you spoken to them in the last 24 hours and are they both going to be there? So if it's not yes and yes, what do you need them to do?
call.
Hang up,
Oh, yeah.
call them and call me right back, right? Confirm that they're both going to be home, right? Now, what if they say on the husband or the wife, one of them's not going to be home? So I'm going to
explained
encourage
to
them to reschedule, right? But what am I going to explain?
That if you don't reschedule and we go do the demo, you might not get credit for it.
Okay,
Because
so there's a couple of things that I want, they're super important, that I want you to say, okay? So I need them to understand the consequences of doing what we call a one-legged demo. One of them's not there, okay? So what are the consequences of doing it without one of them being there? Well, it might not count.
might not
Right.
count.
So here's a statistic that we have figured out. We sell 1 out of 20 when one half of the couple's not there. You know what we sell when they're both there?
Probably about 10
1
out
out
of
of
20.
2.
It's literally 50 to 62% of that we sell when they're both home, right? So I don't know what your number needs, what you want your number to be. If it's 1 out of 1 or 2 out of, right?
Yeah, I mean, 50% or 5%. Which
Right.
one you want?
And you guys say if two of the criteria aren't met, I'll let them know before.
No.
You don't.
So,
Like
So,
if-
but
if
the-
single person in the apartment. You don't say that.
So-
Okay.
so this is if one of them's not going to be home. So I just want to let you know a couple of things. Number one, so I want to start by saying, listen, I'm not verification, right? So I don't have a say in this at all. So I'm not verification, right? But what I know is that we sell like 1 out of 20 when only one half of the couple's home, right? And I don't know, Marvin, do you have time to waste time?
Nope.
Your time's like mine, it's valuable, right? So I don't want you to waste your time and run it and then have to get a replacement for it at the end of your program. Because I don't want you to have to do more work than you should. Okay, so do me a favor, call him, see if we can't get him to be home. Right, and if we can't get him to be home, then maybe we just reschedule for when they both be there, because remember, the rules to the program say when it's a couple, they both have to be home.
Whether married,
what-
unmarried.
right.
It's a couple.
So what is a couple? So I said this this week,
Somebody sleep in the bed more than
if someone
5 days
is
out of the week.
frequenting your bed, right? And don't be afraid to ask it that way, because that's the world we live in now. They saying we're not a couple, right? He's got his house, I got my house. We're not, right? But if they sleep in your bed, y'all a couple, and they're going to influence your decision, right? So I need that person to be there too, right? And Jamila and a couple others that were here for the top dealer meeting yesterday, they said, I just put it out there. Say there's no, so. there's-
Larry,
I have a question. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. So I gotta,
Oh, never mind, Larry.
Everybody got like really.
Yeah.
I have a lot of riders, like even after I tell them, like they're still wanting the customer to like hold off and go with them to open house. And I've had a lot of them, like they're waiting like a month or so. And I just wanted to know, like, if we're available as a dealer, if we're free, we're not doing any runs or whatever, would we be able, I mean, we don't have to spin the wheel or nothing, but those are our appointments. We need those.
So let me explain what Jamila does. If the rider, if Michael's saying, no, Marvin, I can't go until December. So why don't you wait till December to come with me so I get to spin the wheel? Because that's the whole reason they're
Right.
telling them to wait,
Right.
is they want that daggum wheel spin. Right?
Right.
I mean, so what Jamila does is Jamila says, well, listen, I'm available on Monday. Why don't you let me meet him there? I'll spin the wheel and I can cash app you the money, or I can just give it to Michael to give to you. What would you like me to do?
I like
And
that.
they can, so she'll spin the wheel because y'all spin, whoever's here spins the wheel, them or you. If they're here, they take priority because y'all are dealers.
Right.
But if they're not here and you are, we'll let you spin the wheel. But I mean, she said it herself. Those are our appointments. Who gives a crap about a $25 wheel spin?
I don't.
You know what I mean? The riders do.
Right.
I mean, even if it's 150, one sale, right? So we need to get them in here. How can you get them in here? Offer to give them the wheel spin money.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Whatever you got, do not let them. And so there's different things you can do. And one is obviously offer to give him the money. I would definitely do that. But tell Lamont, say, Lamont, I know he has good intentions. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait a month before you come in here. Your payment's gonna start.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and knock some of this out. But give you a little bit of cushion before you actually got a payment started. Don't worry, Marvin, I'm gonna give you the wheel spin. I mean, right?
Right.
So we good? We good for
We good.
Monday? Take control of it. Can you come Monday?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, can you come? Don't worry, I'm gonna give you the wheel spin. Can you come Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. What, we both can't come. I don't care. I only need one of you. Cause I get that a lot.
Right.
Well, I can't come, but he can.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't care. I just need one of them.
Right.
So definitely don't ask. See, that's like, this went back a long ways. When can y'all watch the demo? When can y'all do it? Well, hold on, let me check my calendar.
What are you doing?
So you don't know the answer to that question. You don't know the answer to that question. When can y'all watch the demo? So how do you fix that? You say, well, I got availability tomorrow. Can y'all watch tomorrow at 4 o'clock? Ask for a specific day and time. When can y'all come to the meeting? They're Monday and Tuesdays. Hey, they're doing a meeting next Monday and Tuesday. Can you come next week?
Mhm.
We don't have them every week, but we're having one this coming week. Do we have them every week? No, Christmas, we ain't having one. You gotta put some priority on them to come
Come
this
this
week. Because I go through that list every Sunday. Michael, myself, Jay, Renee, we call through everyone that said we're coming to the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once they flip over from current week to previous week, they start getting marked off. They're not coming. Does that make sense? They're no longer excited. They're no longer, you gotta get them in this Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're not lying when we say we don't have one every Monday and Tuesday. We are having one this Monday and Tuesday, straight up. If nobody signs up this week, we ain't having one next week. Right?
Right.
If no one signs up, we're not having one next week. Right, okay. So,
But they don't know that.
but, I mean, don't say that, but
Right,
I mean, but you know for a fact, we've already signed people up this week. So guess what we're having next week? I don't know about the following week. But we having one this week.
And like you say, I tell them the sooner you get in here, the sooner you can start doing your program.
That's right.
Cause if not,
That's right. So this happened also, I'm gonna, before we move on to you, I know you're mad at me, but, discourage your customer from calling anyone before they come to the meeting. I just lost a sale because the customer said, all my people said,
No.
so why are you calling? I said, what are you saying? They were telling them the price, calling it a vacuum, asking them if they were interested. I mean, like, if it could have been done wrong, that man said it. I said, no wonder they're all saying no. And I always use myself. I said, so I was doing the same thing, just trying to save the sale. I said, I was doing the same thing. And I called all my people, they said no. And I was getting pretty discouraged. But when I came to the meeting, I called the same people back with a script the Rainbow office gave me. Believe it or not, those same people that told me no, Marvin Day told me yes. Because I was saying the right thing. But I said, still backing up, whatever. That dealer, because they didn't handle it properly in the house, just lost a commission. So you just after, when you get them lined up, you come in Monday, do me a favor. I need you to promise, don't call anybody before you come. Monday at the meeting, because you know that Marvin's saying, hey, bring your 3 appointments with you. You know that the rider's saying that, right?
Can you say, like, keep them in mind, but I tell them that the office is gonna help you set up your appointment.
So that's all, that's true also. So we're gonna help. So this happened yesterday. Luckily, the lady was way outside her 3 days, no big deal. She came, 4 appointments already booked. Yes, right? Each open house I ever did in my life. She went to go put them in. None of the spots were available. She booked appointments for calendar spots that were already full. So guess what she had to do? Call all of them back and say, I can't do that day in time, I'm sorry. Can y'all do this thing? So would you be lying if you say you don't know what's available? Don't call anyone.
right,
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean? You gotta actually look at the calendar and they put that on your phone at the meeting. So you know what's available when you can book for. They tell you what to say. These folks been doing this for a long time. They're really good at what they do. Just hold off on calling anyone. Promise me? Right? Okay, good. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you your wheel spin. You gotta do that at the end.
yeah.
Now, is it worth taking the, I don't know how long that took, 60 seconds, 120 seconds? Is it worth taking that extra time at the end to prevent
Discouragement. Yes.
prevent the possibility of me losing a freaking sale?
Yeah.
That's like at the end of the demo.
Yeah.
I see this so much. Somebody sells
Okay.
a Rainbow, they're just ready
Okay.
to go home.
Do like that.
They're just ready to go home.
Clean your
Okay.
mouth, yeah.
Clean your mouth. Okay, so they just ready to go home. So,
Clean out.
they just ready to go home. But here's what they don't do. They don't take the extra 10 minutes
Just set it up for them.
to show them how to maintain it, to show them how to clean it,
Clean it.
to show them how to hook it up, to show them how to freaking vacuum.
I let them do it.
How to vacuum. I had somebody the other day, I said, have you used the rainbows? And the only time I get to them talk to them is when it's negative.
It ain't time.
Like, how does he keep on using? Okay, so, right, you see it? Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay. So, I said, hey, she said, I want to return it. I said, have you used your rainbow? She said, well, no, it's still sitting there like she left it. I said, well, have you vacuumed since they were in your house? She said, yeah. I said, well, he did again. Okay. She said, yeah, I vacuumed since they left. With what?
Their vacuum.
Lord.
Oh, okay. Okay. So y'all see where I'm going with this. Y'all see where I'm going. The dealer left the vacuum. Didn't show them how to use the rainbow. And ultimately, their laziness
Cost them a second.
cost them $500. You could have took 10 minutes
I always do
to
that.
say, and you know, that's like skipping a shampoo or a mop. You never know. You just do the whole thing. Anyway, so take the trade-in, take the empty boxes, make sure they know how to use it, how much water to put it, how to open it.
How to lock it.
Okay,
The
some people didn't know that. Okay,
The hydraulic, they didn't
And
know.
let them, what I've gotten, make sure when they're doing the fresh air, make sure they know not to put too much in,
well, they don't have no fresh air.
when they get it.
They get it here.
Yeah.
So we do tell them that here, but do tell them that as well. Absolutely.
Right, cause it
Um,
goes
When I put it in, I just tell them, I say,
Little bit.
when you get yours, I say half a cap, because if you do more,
It's gonna foam up, right? So I make sure they know how to vacuum with a canister vacuum cleaner.
right.
What you looking for, Larry? My telephone? Cause that's my telephone.
Michael's.
That's my
Yes.
telephone.
Fine.
Okay.
You should say
So,
that.
there alone.
So, what was I saying?
Ryan,
There you go.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm having a problem convincing people that they have the time to do the program. I get a
So
lot
what
of,
Michael says.
I get a
Michael
lot
says-
of, I don't have time.
So Michael does the hours. So I love that. So you get 168 hours in a week, right? I mean, let's be honest. If you were to finish this in 12 weeks, which is 3 months, it's 168 hours in a week. I only need 2. Yeah, 2 out of 168. And he says, even if you were to finish this in 12 weeks, you're gonna spend more time in the shower over the next 12 weeks than you would be on rainbow demos.
I say you spend more time on the
Okay.
computer than you
Okay,
do.
so all you can do, William, is try to convince them using logic. You have the time. You have the time. 168 hours in a week, only need 2 of them.
24 days.
And let's be honest, that's one a week. They technically only need to do 1 every other week if they were to stretch it out. But anyway, so I always tell them, even at 1 a week, you got time to do it. I mean, you're gonna spend more time in the shower over the next 12 weeks than you would on rainbow demos. You do 1 a week. So keep that in mind, that we're not asking for a whole lot. And the demos honestly aren't but, an hour and a half long anyway. So I want to talk about showing the price. And there's a couple of things that I think that we leave out. Coffee, that's she went to the right guy. Okay, so sit down with them, get back, Now, when I said at the beginning, set the room up for the demo, right? That was an hour ago. Now I need to set the room up for
The demonstration.
closing.
So
Now I'm gonna set the room up for closing. What does that look like? It does not look like this.
And she'd have a machine
team
put
put
together,
together,
neat,
neat,
take all the trash, put it out the
move it
way.
out the way.
If it came out of here, it's back in here.
Right, whatever you
Okay.
put out, put.
This is all hooked up on the floor, ready to go, maybe running on low. The attachment's right behind it, nice and neat. Power nozzle right next to it.
So like during my demonstration, I put the key from the front for this free, and I said, I leave my 3 favorite pieces on the top here. And then like I have the rainbow running, and then I show them like where I store, like I'll be like, I'll store this power nozzle piece to the
In
side.
the closet.
Yeah,
So you can put your attachments here or you can put your attachments there.
I
You
believe
know,
put it there.
I like to give it to my customers. And here's why I do that. I give them the blue bag, I give them the attachment. See, so this is,
Yours.
you can set it on the front or where you want it, but this is,
Yours.
and I hold it out there and guess what they do?
Take it.
Yeah, I like to give them their owner's manual too. I like to transfer ownership. I've learned at the end of your demo, if you got enough crap sitting in your lap,
yeah,
you own it.
yeah.
Okay, so that's just me.
Before asking them, okay, so you're doing a program.
Oh, this is their demo.
Okay.
I like to just give them stuff.
So you want to have them check the air first, like in the other room?
Where the rain mate was?
Mhm.
So let's talk about that real quick. I mean, don't worry, you're not getting away with this. Okay, so do I really care what the air is like in the other room?
No,
No.
No. Why is the rain mate in the bedroom?
so you can vacuum for this, Mike.
So I can vacuum the bed. It's the only reason the rain mate's in the bedroom. I say, let's go see what the air feels like. I'll follow you.
Oh.
And then they get up, and then I get up, and then guess what's in my hand? The rainbow and the paradox black balls. And I'm walking, and that's why we say, when you put it in the bedroom,
Put it farther.
put it
away
in
from
the
door.
way back of the bedroom. So that we actually, Scott, have to go in the bedroom to get it. And then they go all the way to the back of the bedroom, and they turn around, and I'm sitting there with a rainbow. While we're in here, let's go ahead and do a partial hospitalization cleaning of your mattress. Let me show you how this works. Boom. I start vacuuming. Just start vacuuming. With a black cloth on there. The whole reason we want the rain mat in the bedroom is to segue into the mattress. If you're not vacuuming the mattress, ain't no point in you putting the rain mat in the bedroom. Because it is super gross when you show them what they're leaving in the mattress, what they're sleeping in, right? And that is a huge selling point. But so I'm set up, this is all gone, this is gone, this is around the corner, this is hooked up, their vacuum cleaner, because I got their vacuum cleaner out. Right, we vacuumed 52 times, y'all do
Right.
that?
Yes,
Okay, and then after we vacuum 52 times, we show them why, Lamont, why did your vacuum leave all that dirt in the floor? Because it didn't have what? So after my 52, I'm gonna do a mini vacuum with the harmonica, the suction, the airflow. Now they understand airflow.
right.
I go back to their vacuum cleaner. This ain't in your book.
Now,
No.
for hardwood floors throughout the house, I don't really focus. I don't really focus because they don't have a vacuum cleaner. So
Okay, there you go. They don't vacuum them?
They use,
I've been into
they-
some houses where they don't have like.
they,
So a 52 stroke is irrelevant. Forget about the term.
Mm,
Clean a spot on their main floor till you can say that spot's as clean as you can get it using tools you have, right? And
weapon
that's what I asked with a
mat,
vacuum.
shower mat.
Okay, if the house is all hardwood floors, you're in my house, I had to go with area rugs, but if my house is all hardwood floors, I'm gonna stand up and I'm not gonna say, let's take a look at your vacuum. Now, if they have one, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna stand up and say, do me a favor. Let's take a look at the tools you're using. What do you use? A Swiffer, a broom? What do you use?
Which,
Wedge it, grab it real quick and a broom for dry stuff.
push broom.
Okay, do me a favor, grab those two real quick, and I'm gonna, and just like I'm getting ready for their vacuum cleaner, but I told them to get the tools that he's using for the hardwoods.
Right.
And I'm gonna make them clean a spot,
Mm-hmm.
just like 52 times. But I'm gonna make them clean a spot, And I'm gonna say, now Scott, would you agree that that spot right there is probably as clean as you can get it, which is wet jet and you push broom? Okay, now I'm gonna go right behind it with the rainbow.
The
Mhm.
power nozzle or the,
Either one, I don't care.
Either one.
okay.
Either one.
The
But
broom.
now, see, here's the thing with hardwoods. You see these planks are going this way?
Mhm.
I'm gonna vacuum it this way.
The opposite way. Mhm.
I'm gonna hit more cracks
Crack
and grooves.
groove.
That way, some of the cracks and grooves are bigger and deeper than others.
Right. Because.
So you go against them, you'll get the shallow stuff and the deep stuff, depending on how many you hit. So I always go this way.
What opposite
Now,
way.
if it's all hardwood floors, with a vacuum, you're just going back and forth. Right? One spot. Now, we're cleaning an area if it's hardwood floors.
Right.
We're not just doing back and forth.
No.
But you see, either way, at the end of whichever one of those we did, 52 throw or clean a spot, I'm gonna say, would you agree? And say that using the tools that you got, that part right there is probably as clean as you can get it. You vacuumed it for a year. Or would you agree? Using the tools that you got, that square of hardwood right there is probably as clean as you can get it. I mean, you pretty much mopped it and swept it for like a year.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna make them clean it, and I'm gonna say clean it again. In that, I wanna make sure it's clean. I can't say sweep it 52 times. Mop it 52 times. But I'm gonna say, clean that spot right there. I'm gonna do an experiment. They say, okay, I'm done. Okay, do me a favor, one more time. I wanna make sure. So so after the suction airflow, they understand airflow. Their vac cleaners put back together, right? Because
Right.
we have vacuumed with it.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to their vacuum cleaner. Most of them do not have a bag, right?
Right.
They have filters.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I do with the filters?
I put it out and go bring
I
it.
pull that filter out
Let them hold it.
and I say, well, knowing what you know now about airflow, what's going to pick up the dirt, the suction or the airflow?
Airflow.
Airflow, right? Let me ask you a question. Pull that filter out. How clogged would you say that filter is? 50%, 70%? So you tell me if you change this filter, that machine right there will clean 70% better than it was. For how long?
15,
Right? And then guess what you gotta do again?
buy some more.
And then I just lay it on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull out the other filter, because they have another one.
Yes.
And I say, how clogged would you say this one is? And I just lay it on it. And then the cord, some of y'all like scared. Y'all wind the cord up for them on their vacuum. Nah, man, unplug it. Like when I get done, Nisi, your vacuum cleaner sitting over there, all the filters are out of it. The cord is just laid out on top of it. It looks bad. See, that's when I say get ready for closing.
Make them not want to even mess with it.
It looks like it blew up. Okay, see, if they have a bag in their vacuum cleaner after my mini vac, I say, hey, can I have this bag? Because I can't just pull out the filter, it's back. I said, can I have the bag? They said, why? I said, I just want to show you something. I mean, I'll buy it. I got dollars. You want dollars for it? And they said, no, we don't need dollars. I said, great. I rip it open. How clogged is this bag? 100%. Okay. So, and then is when, see, none of this is in the book.
No.
Okay. But so after I show them how clogged the bag is, how clogged the filter is, and I explain your machine will clean up 75% better, right? Then I take what's in the container or what's in the bag, and Scott, what do I do with it? I dump it out.
Dump it out?
Yeah.
I dump it out. I dump it out in my power nozzle box.
Oh, okay.
And here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. When they dump out, see, here's why. My vacuum cleaner doesn't pick up dirt. That's what you just told me. But my vacuum cleaner does not pick up dirt. It doesn't have airflow, right? Why the hell I gotta dump it? If it ain't picking up dirt, why I gotta dump it?
Because
I don't believe you. If it was picking up dirt the whole time, how heavy would it be?
He really had.
So I gotta open their eyes. So I take what's in the container, I take what's in the bag, I say, and I dump it in my box. I put some gloves on. And I say, let me ask you a question, because I know I had questions after they explained airflow to me, Marvin. I said, why does my vacuum cleaner fill up if I ain't picking up dirt, right?
Right.
Okay, well, so I take the big pile of fluffy stuff, right? And I separate it.
Mhm.
And so now I got a big pile of fluffy, and I got a little bit of dirt. I said, let me ask you, why'd y'all buy your vacuum cleaner? Get your carpet out of your dirt or your dirt out of your carpet?
Right.
They said the dirt on it. I understand, that's why I bought it, but leaving that sand and grit in there is cutting it up, as we explained.
Right.
Which one's it doing? Is it getting the carpet out of the dirt or the dirt out of the carpet? Which pile's bigger? Do you know every time you dump out that container, you're throwing away $10 for the carpet? Which one of y'all gets up in the morning with the carpet seeds, watering can, throws your stuff back? Right, I
I
guarantee
tell you how
one,
much you gonna cost.
one room of good
place.
place. Rainbow. See, I do all that before I even pull my dirty 30. That ain't in a book. But it's tough to argue with freaking logic.
Seeing is believing.
It's tough to argue with logic.
But when you do the vacuuming experiment, and you have the vacuums first, don't you go back behind with the rainbow and pull a cloth?
Mhm.
And so then I'm like changing out the cloth, but then afterwards, then
My dirty 30 is detached.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's when I'm pulling the majority of my cloths. So that's where I think dirty 30.
okay.
I mean, I might have one or two, maybe 5 max, but the majority of my cloths come from my upholstery brush, my dusting brush, my broom, right? That's where I'm thinking dirty 30. So like, that's right here. So like, we did a mini vac, right? We're gonna try to we're gonna do a dirty 30, mini vac, dirty 30, pull your dirt. Right? Okay, I have another page in here in my brain that says, take apart the freaking vacuum cleaner. Show them, because people are skeptical. If you show them, yeah, it's filling up. And I explained, if your bag filled up with sand, be like picking up bag of concrete.
Right.
When you dump out that bag, you dump out that container, is it like picking up bag of concrete? No, light and fluffy. It don't take much airflow or suction to pick up the light fluffy fuzz. We need to protect the floor that you already got, pick up the sand and grit, right? Same way. So then, it's so much. So I sit down with them. I said, guys, so now I'm ready to show them the price. Their vacuum cleaner looks like it threw up. This is nice and neat. They're sitting down in front of me. Marauder's sitting here. So guys, so just one more thing to cover with you. That's the end of the book here. So I just want to know the Rainbow is built to last, right? So the Rainbow has a 4-year bumper to bumper warranty. Any manufacturer's defect, it's got to cover for 4 years. I mean, that alone, pretty good warranty. I mean, like my refrigerator. Yeah, bought a new refrigerator lately,
1 year.
1 year.
and they like
Limited
$2,500. 1 year. My washing machine, my dryer had a 1-year warranty. Guess what happened on 1 week and 1 year, 1 week?
It went down.
Fill out that form that's in the box.
For what?
I don't know, like, it's a form in the
This
box.
customer registration form?
Yeah, one of
Yeah,
the.
you fill one of these on every demo, every sale. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you turn in with paperwork to the payroll guy. So yeah, that we send that in to activate their warranty. Okay, but so Chris hates you, by the way.
Probably me too.
Nobody told me.
Because he has to fill one out if you don't. Okay,
Oh,
so
really?
that's how we get credit for selling a Rainbow. So he don't like you.
You
Okay,
don't like
so
me.
the Rainbow's built to last. So
Nobody.
4 years on parts, bumper to bumper, any manufacturer's defect. I just tell you how it is. Okay, so 10 years on the motor and the controller. 10 years on the motor to control it. What's the controller?
The computer.
The computer in here. This ain't a normal vacuum cleaner. You can't take this to a vac shop and say, fix my machine. They won't work on it. You have to be grounded from electrostatic discharge, everything when you open this machine. Okay, so that's covered
That's
for
like a
10
brain suit.
years. Okay, and plus we have A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau here in Charlotte, not an A+. Okay, that's why we've been in business for so long. But this was a survey from Nordhaus Research. It was an independent company, Rex Air, who makes the Rainbow. They wanted to know what people thought of their product. So they surveyed people that had a Rainbow. 98% were satisfied. That's pretty good. We rival some big companies, Mercedes-Benz, Geico, Apple. Okay, we're 98% customer satisfaction, 93% endorse Rainbow as a good investment. Because Nisi, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Rainbow's an investment. This ain't a 1-year investment. This is gonna have this machine 20, 30 years. I mean, and your investment's gonna cost you how much? Right, so I mean, that's a pretty good investment if you ask me. So 94% said the Rainbow was better at moving allergens and dirt from their home than the other 6%. But they surveyed people that used to own Hoovers, Kirby's, Eureka's, Kenmore's, Electrolux, Bissell. You heard of most of these machines before, and we've all been to the Walmart, right? So, you know, you can see that the Rainbow's always in the high 90s, dirt moving dirt, and always in the high 90s, dirt moving allergens. Right? You know what the study tells me? Scott, tell me it don't matter what you paid for your van or your cleaner. It tells me it don't matter if you paid $59.99 for Eureka or if you paid $5,000 for a Kirby. All these machines have a bag or a filter. What's going to happen to the holes in the bag or the filter? What's going to happen to the airflow?
It's gonna lose airflow.
Doesn't matter what you paid for, the bag or filter vacuum cleaners, a bag or filter vacuum cleaner. It's going to clog up. Can you clog water? No. See, this is going to clean the same day 1, year 20, as long as you're changing the water, right? So we talked about this earlier. So how much is the Rainbow? You remember the retail price? I told you about an hour ago. Got good memory. $37,839. Okay, but that's the retail price. And you see, that's not the price while we're here. That's not the price that Marvin got his Rainbow for, because Marvin decided to get his Rainbow wipers on sale. Same thing you said. You'd rather buy stuff when it's on sale, right? So tonight the Rainbow is on sale for $31.83.90.
I don't have those 2 pages in my binder.
What 2 pages?
The one that is the retail price one, and then also the one that you're on there.
You did.
Mhm. I promise you, when I first, because I was
Okay.
doing my first demo, I went back to look through to show that.
You got it
it
with
was
you?
on sale. No, I don't.
Okay, because you did. Okay, and it's okay. I'll find them. They're in there somewhere. I built them. So $31.83.90. That saves you $600, Nisi, to go ahead and get today. Now, in order to get today, 3 things got to happen. I got to get an order today. I got to get a list of names on that drawing card. We already did that. Okay, and I got to get a trade-in of your machine. Now, Scott, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt your feelings to trade in that Bissell when you see what it's doing, right? And plus, we're gonna give you $600 for it. Camila. It ain't no different. You went to dealer, Develops, Lowe's, Home Depot. You saw something on sale, but you didn't buy it. Y'all went home and you talked about it, and you realized, oh, that's a good deal. Let's go back and get it. You went back the next day, Marvin, the sales off.
Or if somebody done bought the
Last one. They don't give it to you on sale because you saw it, dude. See, tonight, the Rainbow is on sale, $31.83.90. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, Rainbow's $37.83.90. And the thing about the program is when you do, don't matter how much you paid for your Rainbow, 31 or 37. When you do the program, how much money do you get back? $31.83.90. So one's free, one is, right? So it only makes sense to, get it while we're here. So which is why we do first check, credit card, debit card, cash. Most folks, Scott, do payments. What I did when I bought my Rainbow, as a matter of fact, Marvin, isn't that what you did? You bought your Rainbow? You did the payments?
I never had to make 3.
Yeah, you did the payments, right? Okay. And so, hey, so you did the payments, right?
We didn't think it's.
You did the payments, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what most folks do to get their Rainbow. We have options A, B, and C. And let me ask you this: did you buy your Rainbow when it was on sale? When it was full price?
On sale.
Right. So we have options A, B, and C. C was always our most popular because it was low down payment, pretty low monthly payment. But you see, when we started this program, our finance companies came out with an option B for us. And Lamont, did you do option A, B, C, or did you do option B?
Option 3.
Option 3. Again, that's option E. Okay, so D is no money down, right? That's what you did, no money down, $9 a month as you're doing the program. You may have to make a payment or 2, depends on how long it takes you to do the program. But it really doesn't matter because at the end of the program, you get a check, $31.83.90. Are you getting reimbursed for anything that you paid in? Absolutely, right? So what most folks do is option D, which is no money down, $9.99 a month. And just one more time, Lamont, explain to me how you're getting your Rainbow. You got how many shows?
12,
How long you have,
6 months,
and how many people got to keep Rainbow to the program?
2 people,
Two, and you've already done how many shows?
I already done 10,
10, and how many people kept Rainbows?
6.
6. So would you say it's pretty easy?
Pretty
Let
easy.
me ask you this, if you're doing longer to do the program, do you think she could?
Yeah, she can do it.
Absolutely right. So the only really question I gotta ask is, would it make more sense to go ahead and pay out of pocket for your Rainbow or do the program like the customer and get it for free? What's your favorite color? F word? Free. Let me just get some information. I'm gonna go ahead and log in and start get you qualified for that. Do me a favor, grab your driver's license for me. Most of the information I need.
Simulate. But you know what? I had a customer do me like that. Sit there.
Really?
So
Mhm.
and I looked up, I said, that's her, I'm logging in, just grab that real quick. Both of you grab your license, and I'll just do both. Most of the information I need is on it. Why do you want the driver's license?
So you make sure it's there.
2 reasons. The freaking information's right there. Their name, their address, their date of birth, right? It's all right there. Driver's license number. Do you need all that information?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can take their license and say, yeah, that's you.
Mhm.
Do you know that's why? Let me just say this. Do you know why they ask for a driver's license number?
Help prevent fraud.
Correct. It is your responsibility to look at the driver's license, look at the picture. You are the salesperson. You are in charge. And confirm that who you're selling the Rainbow to is on that driver's license. It is your responsibility to try to prevent identity theft. That's the whole reason they asked for it. That's the only reason they asked for it, is to make you get it out. Now they go steps further with it and they do the verification and all that. And I don't know if it ever happened to y'all where they were trying to do a verification at the end and they couldn't answer
People
some of
didn't
the
know
questions.
some of that.
And then the finance company said, I need a copy of the,
Driver
But I
license.
was like, oh,
because they
yeah.
couldn't verify their
Yeah.
identity.
Okay.
See, that's why we go through these measures to try to
Prevent.
prevent this stuff. Right? Does it still happen?
Yes.
But can we limit it?
Yes.
That's like people call me all the time. We want to buy a Rainbow. We want to put our credit card. Can you send me something? I said, no. I said, well, I'm just gonna pay for it. I said, well, here's our address. I'm not selling a Rainbow over the telephone
To somebody I don't know
on a credit.
on a credit card.
That's freaking fishy. Happens at least once a week.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, I need you to, most of the time, they drive up here. But I'm not gonna, no, absolutely not. Whose credit card is that? I don't know. Who are you? I don't know. I mean, I could say, send me a picture of your driver's license. I can't see you. Can you video chat me? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that we have to try to do to be responsible, right? Anyway, so you got out of it. Again, so, but at the end, notice I didn't say, what do you think? Do you want to buy?
That's my issue at first.
And that's what, that was all of our issues. We'd get done, we'd run out of crap to say, we look up at them, we say, what do y'all think?
And they tell you, we don't think about it.
Right. So,
Yep, that's how I want it.
so it ain't, don't ask that. And how do we know that? Because we all freaking did it.
Mhm.
So just assume. So that's why I said the only question I gotta ask, does it make more sense to pay out of pocket for it? Right? Because you done said you want it. Does it make more sense to pay out of pocket for it? Or get it for free like your cousin and use my favorite 4-letter F word? Which one?
Free
Let me get some information. I'm gonna get you qualified. Let me get logged in. When I'm getting logged in, can you get yours?
driver's license.
Thanks. Grab yours too. I'm gonna use both of you. I'm just gonna say, grab
Just driver license.
yours too. I'm gonna use both of you.
Then the first no, you say what?
So they don't just say no.
What you
And they
need.
say, wait a minute,
Okay. So we're not sure if we want to get it for free or you're just gonna,
I wanna kind of think about
what does he need to think about?
bad time.
So, okay, so it's not something about the price, something about the product, something about me.
No.
No, I did a good
Awesome
job.
job.
I can tell my wife I did a good job.
You did a good job.
Okay, so
You did an awesome job.
That's so good you're not buying. Okay, and so, so when I say, what is it you want to think about? Is it something about the price, something about the product, something about me? They're gonna say it's just the
Time.
Time.
price. Time. So when they say, when I say price, product, or me, they'll say price. I say, when you say the price, is it overall price? Is it monthly price? Is it time? What
Cause
is
it's
it?
free.
Right.
When you say the price.
So I'm leading them.
Right.
So it's
there you
just
go.
the time. Okay. So bad time to be making a little bit of payments or,
Couple days, couple weeks, couple months.
okay, so I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. So if they just say it's a bad time, but they didn't say I want to think about it. They said, we just need to wait. It's a bad time. Did that tell me anything?
No.
No, you gotta ask them if they're gonna do the program or would they buy it at a later date.
Okay. Well, first you got to figure out what's going on.
Right,
So how do you figure that out?
ask the question, what's hindering you?
So take what they said, Scott. It's a bad time. And repeat it to them.
It's a bad time.
What I need you to do is put a confused look on your face.
Mhm.
That one. Okay. So and so perfect. So it's just a bad time. And guess what they'll do? They'll start telling me what's going on. So- Just a bad time. They say, well, yeah, with Christmas coming up, we got these 3 kids. We just need to wait till after Christmas. Okay. I completely hear you, and I appreciate your honesty. If I felt that way, I wouldn't get one tonight either, guys. My attitude didn't change. I'm still smiling because guess what?
They don't.
They're gonna sell you a rainbow.
Right.
What you just said went in this ear and out that ear. I didn't take it to heart.
Right.
And what, and another thing
I-
that gets me.
So, I would say, so I don't have to ask when it'll be a bedtime, a couple weeks, couple months, a couple days, because he already said it'll be a couple of,
Months,
because it's after.
Christmas.
So that's what they're going to say right now. Y'all know that Christmas is coming.
Coming,
right?
right.
Okay, and this baffles me. They say Christmas is coming and it's right around the corner, snuck up on me.
Really?
Same time. of year.
I mean, it ain't changed dates in a long time. Okay, so,
One more.
anyway, I figured out when, a couple months, okay, that's gonna be after Christmas. So when y'all do get one, do you think you'd finance like we did? Or do you think you would just like write a check for it?
I probably do the finance.
You do the finance. Now, here's another question. Would you make all the payments or would you do the program like us?
I like the program.
So you probably do the free, my favorite 4-letter F word.
Mhm.
Okay, so I mean, if it's free, it's for me, right?
Right,
And you got your 12 people.
right.
I mean, if he wanted, do you think you could do the program? You could? Okay, so a couple months, you probably do it. Well, man, I appreciate your honesty and I appreciate you letting us come out. Appreciate you helping to be out. I just gotta get some stuff cleaned. I gotta call in and let them know I'm finished. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna call the Rainbow office. Do I know what I'm gonna offer him?
Yes,
Am I gonna offer it?
not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
See, this is where we drop the ball every time. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna call the Rainbow office and say, hey, Marvin, this is Ryan. I'm out here with Lamont and he absolutely loves the rainbow. Man, he loved everything about it. Lamont, what would you say your favorite part was? So everything I showed you. I'm on the phone with the office. What do you think?
We're cleaning the air wash.
How it cleans the air and with your allergies, man, I can see how that's really gonna benefit you. Okay, yeah, he just loves the way it cleans. I know it's what I said too. Marvin, he loves how it cleans the air. There's probably nothing he didn't like about it, right?
Right.
Right. So anyway, but they love it. We just kind of hit them at a bad time. They got Christmas coming up and a bunch of these little guys they got to buy for it. They said they're going to get them one after Christmas. And Marvin, I was just wondering, since they're going to get them one after Christmas, is there any way? I know once I leave and like put the rainbow back up, like the price goes back up. But I mean, these are cool people. I'd hate to see them pay full price. Well, Marvin, just one time, since they're going to get one after Christmas, would you let me hold the sale price for them?
Yeah.
So whose side am I on?
Then.
I said all this. See, I don't need anybody at the office because I know what I'm going to say. I have made this phone call to my voicemail because I know what I'm going to say.
Right.
I know what's going to be offered. I just need them to hear certain things. So whose side am I on?
Their side.
Am I trying to sell them a rainbow today?
Yes,
Yes.
Well, we know that, but what are they hearing? Can we
No.
hold the,
payments.
so are they
and
defensive?
price. No, they're getting more
This is
open.
all
Oh,
psychology.
he looking out for us.
This is all psychology. Okay, so is there a way to hold the price for them just this one time and I owe you one? Okay, and then the office is gonna say, if you say all that to me, you know what I'm gonna say to you? Is that the only thing holding them up? I'm gonna say, is that the only thing holding them up? So my voicemail just said, is that the only thing holding them up? I'm gonna say, I think, hold on, let me ask. My boss is asking. That's the only thing holding y'all up. It's just Christmas, right? I mean, after Christmas, y'all definitely don't get one.
Mhm.
You loved it, right?
Mhm.
You bet you can't wait to get the dirt out. You know what I mean? I felt the same way. So, yeah, I say all that. Okay, I said, this is the only thing holding you up, right? I mean, you loved it, didn't you? You just gonna get one out. And I just keep talking, I'm shaking my head, and guess what they do?
Stop shaking your head.
So they just said, this is the,
Okay.
so I'm gonna come back and say, yeah, well, that's the only thing holding them up. He's honest guy, he wouldn't lie to me. I mean, just this one time, would you let me hold the price for him? I said, he's an honest guy, he wouldn't lie to me. And then I'm just one time, let me hold the price for him, please. Right? And then officer can say, here, I can't hold the price. Here's what I can do. And I'm like, really? Okay. And they get it on sale. And it's how much? Man, that's gonna work for them. Now, hold on. If they did it like that, would I still get my auction? Would I still get my auction money? Oh, I still get credit? Okay. Heck yeah. Yeah, let me give them the good news. Thank you so much.
She should get her credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Throw that in there. Absolutely. But so now, did he hear what we're talking about?
No,
He's just hearing the good stuff. Okay. Man, when did y'all start doing that? I'll be like, about 12 years ago. Okay. You're like, man, that's awesome. Man, I wish I'd known that the other day. That'd probably help that other family. All right, well, let me give him the good news. Thank you so much. I owe you one. I'm gonna hang up the phone. Mom, congratulations, man. I did it. I got y'all the rainbow. Listen to what he said he could do. Now, here's what he said he could do. First of all, you heard me. I tried to get him to hold the price for you, right? Unfortunately, Larry said that ain't up to him. If it was up to him, he'd do it. But here's, and I write this out on paper. Now on paper, so I can board. So here's what he said he could do. He actually said he can get you the rainbow today for $0 down, right? No money down. You're gonna have zero money invested in November, basically. Zero money invested in December. Zero money invested in January. Your first payment won't actually start until February 1st of 2023, right? The payment's only going to be about $99 a month with no money down. But here's the important thing. By doing it like this, you actually save that $600, and you said yourself you'd get one after Christmas anyway, and this saves you that $600. I'll tell you what I'll do. You said that you like that eucalyptus, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you like the lemon. Okay. I'll give you each your favorite fragrance. That way you've got everything not only to clean with, but make your home smell good. Anytime y'all need more fragrance, they're $9 a bottle, okay? Feel free to call me. I put my name somewhere in here. I put my name.
think it's in the back.
I put my name and my number in your owner's manual. Anytime y'all need more, give me a call. I'll run them back out here to you. They're $9 a piece, but do me a favor. Give me some notice, and that way I can do it on the way to one of my demos. You know what I mean? Give you that as well. Let me just get some information, get y'all qualified for that. Do me a favor, grab your driver's license while I'm getting logged in, and we'll go ahead and get you qualified for that February.
All right.
Did I say, would that work for you? You already told me it worked. Why the hell would I ask you again? Right.
And if they don't, they got to stop.
They do. I'm not waiting on you to say yes. I just don't want you to say no.
It
I
works. I ain't
assume
lying.
they're buying. And what was all this? What was that? See, does the rainbow come with fragrances?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no, there ain't no fragrances in that box.
But oh, okay. I got you.
There ain't no fragrances in that box out of the kindness of my heart. Tell you what I'm gonna do. You said you like that eucalyptus, you like that lemon. I'll give you each your favorite. That way you got everything. And then I look down, I hold them out there, and guess what happened?
They take it.
No, you pray.
What does that mean when they take them?
It's a yes. It's a done deal.
I'm supposed to put my name in here.
I do.
You do?
See, because I know I
It's
may have to
personal.
use it to close
Close
the
the
sale.
sale.
I may need that book to close the sale. I'm transferring ownership. I say, here is your owner's manual.
You have any
Anytime
questions?
y'all need more fragrances, they're $9 a piece. I'd be happy to run them out here to you. Just do me some favors and give me some notice. And I'll do it in the way to one of my shows, right? I put my name and my number right there for you. You see, the very first time I unbox this, this is in there, right?
Right.
I write my name and my number and I put it in my demo. The
Okay.
very first time. And if I don't sell it, it stays there. If I
Right,
do sell it, they get it.
okay.
My name, my number ain't changing.
I got you. Okay.
I'm prepared. And I reach out and I hand that to you as well. And he took that. Just let me get some information real quick, get y'all qualified for that. No money down in February. Grab your driver's license real quick. Now, most of the information I need, grab yours too. I need you both. of them. This ain't cream.
Now, I had one wife, she like absolutely, they got the rainbow, but she absolutely refused
To
to
go
even
on.
give me any of
Info.
her information. I was like, not even a close one. She wouldn't even tell me the amount of much. She wouldn't even put in how much money she was getting in, like her income.
So I'm gonna ask for both.
Right.
I'm gonna assume
Soon.
both. Are there times where I'm gonna only get one?
Right.
Yeah. She had one this morning. She assumed both. Put them both on. Then it. That comes back. Remove buyer two, we'll approve it. They'll tell us what to do.
Right.
Okay.
They'll tell us what to do. If they don't want to use one, they'll tell us.
What are you doing in between time while you're waiting?
Get in there.
Show them how to use it. Do the
Yeah.
installation. Get their machine off out on the front porch. Get their vacuum cleaner. Make sure they're comfortable. Here, go fill this up. Okay, now hook it up. Let's vacuum with it.
Yeah,
Show 'em how to
I
clean
show 'em
the
how to
filter.
clean it and tool.
And where the tool is at.
Install the rainbow. You
Make
know, at the
sure they
beginning
know how
of
to
this
work
meeting, I have to take the
hydraulics.
10 minutes to install, take the 5 minutes to explain, don't call. Do all that while you're waiting on us.
Right.
And then you don't have to do that again.
But I like this too, like, if you have your number and stuff in that book, that shows them that, you know, they can kind of
Depend on you.
Yeah.
You can't.
All right. Anyway. Done. Anyway, so we're gonna end it. We went way too long.
Another thing I'm running into when I sell a rainbow.
That was a good class.
You like that one?
I did. Learned some new stuff.
Issue with a patient's death in
I
the
thought you meant on
ICU.
that one.
What's the justice specialist? I mean, it's.
I signed
we
it.
are
It
was a great
investigating.
class.
Now, let me be clear,
That's
we are investigating. with
I
the
signed them all.
assistance of
Okay.
the United States Department.
Save the tree.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I got ready. Yeah, that was some of the customers saying